A science teacher from rural Kenya who donates most of his salary to help poorer students has been crowned the world's best teacher and awarded a $1 million prize, beating 10,000 nominations from 179 countries.
Here's a summary of the article.
A science teacher from rural Kenya who donates most of his salary to help poorer students has been crowned the world's best teacher and awarded a $1 million prize, beating 10,000 nominations from 179 countries. Peter Tabichi, 36, a maths and physics teacher at Kericho Secondary School in Pwani Village, in a remote part of Kenya's Rift Valley, has won the Varkey Foundation Global Teacher Prize 2019. Tabichi gives away 80% of his income to help the poorest students at the poorly equipped and overcrowded school who could not otherwise not afford uniforms and books. Despite only having one computer, a poor internet connection and a student-teacher ratio of 58:1, Tabichi started a talent nurturing club and expanded the school's science club, helping pupils design research projects of such quality that many now qualify for national competitions. His students have taken part in international science competitions and won an award from the Royal Society of Chemistry after harnessing local plant life to generate electricity. Tabichi and 4 colleagues also give struggling pupils 1-to-1 tuition in maths and science. Accepting the prize, Tabichi said, "I am only here because of what my students have achieved. This prize gives them a chance. It tells the world that they can do anything."
This post received a score of 49,860, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I wouldn't be surprised if he donates most of that money to his community. Great individual.
I hope he's able to buy a second computer. Or hell, get a whole lab donated to the school.
The power of a computer in today's world is immeasurable. Each student having their own computer would open so many previously closed doors for them.
Getting cheap access to the internet, media creation tools, and microcontrollers would be so beneficial to them.
Sure, if they were not in rural Kenya. They don't even have reliable access to electricity. Unless the end goal is to elevate that population to the point where they migrate to an urban center and abandon their traditional home and traditional way of life.
Usually solar power is a good choice for communities like that.
Hey Elon, we got another project for you.
A Kenyan on the moon.
But how's the internet there?
1,300 milliseconds one-way latency. So roughly 2,600 ping. Unfucking playable.
Forgot to mention he's a Roman Catholic Franciscan brother, and his entire community does this all the time. The NYT also forgets to mention this, referring to Father Tabichi only as a teacher. Student-teacher ratio of 58:1. That, in my high school, would mean 20 disruptive pupils per class.
Doesn't happen in those regions. Those kids run miles to school every day. It's easy not to go to school and just drink banana wine if you prefer that. On top of that they have a shitload of chores. Those people are hungry for knowledge. My kid runs D1. Some of those people made it to US universities as athletes. Let me tell ya, we need more people from shithole countries.
It's crazy how people take advantage of what they have when they truly see the opportunities of what they have. That's a great point, and I think far too many in the West take for granted the opportunity we have. One of my high school teachers pointed out to class one day how much harder the foreign students from less fortunate countries study and go about things, not taking for granted what many of us did every day. That always stuck with me.
This is the type of good news I needed to hear today.
Bad or controversial news are pushed to the top. These stories are a nice refresher. I've stopped reading news online because it gives me anxiety.
Amen. NPR seems to jam the most depressing things down my throat at the start of my day, and while I understand these stories need to be told, I'd love to not start my day with a large dose of depression. It's gotten to the point where I rarely tune in anymore.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.